The motive behind Shanquella Robinson's murder has always stood out to everyone interested like a sore thumb. She was in Cabo with her friends, some of whom she called her best friends. What reasons could her friends possibly have for killing her? After all, it does seem like behavior friends wouldn't reasonably exhibit. Now, thanks to leaked documents, the main question raised at the moment, just why the murder happened, might finally have been answered. A newly surfaced document reveals that Shanquella Robinson took out a PPP loan in May 2021 that was also repaid by her in March 2022. On the surface, that seems harmless enough. How could a loan matter in this situation? Well, that is precisely where it begins to get ugly. We know that Shanquella was a really successful person in life. She businesswoman, model, and social media personality from North Carolina. Shanquella Robinson was widely renowned for her braiding hair business. She was the runner of a famous baby brand titled Exquisite Baby, so she would certainly be well off to say the least. It wouldn't have been a problem for her to pay off the loan she took out for her business, and that certainly seems to be the case with the information out there. If rumors are to be believed, Shanquella often bragged about her success and how well she was doing. Now, while that is harmless enough in itself, one of her friends was also reported to have taken out a PPP loan, except they hadn't been able to pay it back. If Shanquella had mentioned the PPP loan at all or even bragged about it, it certainly would have rubbed the wrong way and created animosity between the two. Could that have been the reason why Shanquella was seen in a one-sided fight with her friend? Is that also the reason no one stepped in to stop the beatdown? Perhaps they were all jealous. Certainly, there seem to be some grounds to the theory. It has also been reported by news outlets before, so the thing isn't exactly a left-field idea. This is what one outlet said. There are also rumors that her friends set her up and killed over a PPP loan, which has not been confirmed. But to understand the end, we must first go back to the start. It could definitely shed some light on what exactly went wrong between this group of friends. Shanquella Robinson came to San Jose del Cabo, Mexico, with 6 university pals on October 28 for a week-long stay in a luxury apartment. The 25-year-old was dead within 24 hours of their arrival. Ms. Robinson's friends said she died of alcohol poisoning after a day of heavy drinking and carried her bags to her distraught parents Bernard and Salamandra in Charlotte, North Carolina. The friend's narrative was debunked on November 10th when an autopsy revealed Ms. Robinson had suffered severe spinal cord damage and a fractured neck 15 minutes before her death. Then, on November 15th, a shocking video of a naked Shanquella being thrashed in a resort hotel room surfaced online. The video, which lasts for around 20 seconds, shows a female attacker approaching Shanquella, knocking her to the ground, and then striking her repeatedly with punches and kicks. In reaction, a prone Shanquella sags helplessly to the ground. She is eerily bare, yet her attacker is fully dressed. Shanquella is taunted by a man who appears to be filming the assault but does nothing to stop it. He may be heard saying, "At least fight back, something." In an interview with TMZ, Shanquella's father, Bernard Robinson, confirmed it was his daughter in the film and claimed he believes the attack was planned by people she thought were her friends. "My daughter's not a fighter, man. She's not a fighter, not at all," he said. The distressing video of the incident quickly went viral on social media, and in response to apparent inaction by police, the hashtag #JusticeForQuella began trending on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Since then, significant differences have arisen between the Mexican authorities' official account of what happened before Shanquella's death and what others alleged happened that night. Emergency personnel attended to Shanquella in her flat for almost 4 hours before she passed away, according to a police report that Gerardo Zuiga, an investigative reporter for Metrópoli MX, submitted to The Independent. In that report, police say that the alarm was initially sounded at 2:23 p.m. on October 29. Just one day after Ms. Robinson and her friends checked into the luxury resort. A doctor found Shanquella verbally unresponsive when they got there an hour later. Her seizure occurred shortly after that. According to the police investigation, Shanquella's friends ignored the doctor's recommendations to move her to the hospital, preferring she stay at the resort. An ambulance was called only when death was imminent. Ms. Robinson fell into cardiac arrest, and a doctor reportedly performed 14 rounds of CPR on her, as well as 5 doses of adrenaline and 6 defibrillator discharges. These efforts proved futile, and she was pronounced dead at 5:57 p.m. The depictions of this 4-hour saga appear to be in stark contrast to Ms. Robinson's death certificate, which indicates that she passed away only 15 minutes after suffering a broken neck. In fact, it's unknown whether Shanquella's doctor knew she had severe spinal damage or if her friend's insistence that she had alcohol poisoning had an influence on the treatment she got. According to Metrópoli MX, the FBI's Charlotte field office has begun an inquiry into Shanquella's death, while the doctor who treated her and the 2 police officers are also being investigated by Mexican authorities. Furthermore, the state attorney general's office in Baja California is looking into Shanquella's killing as a suspected femicide or gender-based violence. Prosecutors in Mexico issued an arrest order for one of the traveling group on November 23rd. The culprit has yet to be identified. Could they perhaps be the person who could not pay their PPP loan? According to Daniel de la Rosa Ania, a prosecutor for the state of Baja California, actually it wasn't a quarrel, but instead a direct aggression. We are carrying out all the pertinent procedures such as the Interpol alert and the request for extradition to the United States of America. It's about 2 Americans, the victim and the culprit. Although Shanquella's buried family has not lately responded to requests for comment, they have stated in multiple interviews that they are desperate for information from the purported friends who traveled to Mexico with her that have been dubbed the Cabo 6 by online activists. San Jose del Cabo, a port town on Baja California's southern coast, is a tourist destination that draws around 3 million international tourists each year. Cabo San Lucas is a popular destination for young American travelers looking for adventure thanks to its white sand beaches, turquoise seas, and vibrant nightlife. It can certainly get a little rowdy and high tension. You can see why any existing qualms could turn into actual issues and altercations so far away from home and questioning eyes. On October 28, the vacationing group booked into the $2,500 per night Villa Linda 32 at the Puerto Los Cabos Resort in Fundadores. Shanquella, a Winston-Salem State University alumna, managed a beauty and hair braiding company called Exquisite Kids in her hometown of Charlotte. 6 guys and 4 women were in the gathering. Shanquella appears to be in good spirits as she quips that her companions are taking too long to get ready in a video clip that is said to have been taken the day of their arrival and uploaded by the Neighborhood Talk Instagram account. "It don't take that long to get naked. Where y'all at?" she says while walking around the villa, asking which swimsuits the others are going to wear. Dr. Carolina Beatriz Ornelas Gutierrez, a medic from the neighboring American Medical Center, came to the Villa Linda 32 resort at 3:15 p.m. on October 29. According to the police report, medical evacuations are rather typical for U.S. tourists in Mexico. According to the police report, which is in Spanish, Dr. Gutierrez was told Shanquella had a lot of alcohol and needed an IV drip. According to the medic, Shanquella looked to be inebriated and was unable to speak vocally. She urged that the patient be taken to a hospital right away, but her friends were adamant that she stay at the resort. According to the police report, Shanquella began suffering seizures at about 4:20 p.m. Shanquella was having trouble breathing, and the doctor noticed that her pulse had dropped. According to the report, one of the female acquaintances traveling with them at the time, Winter Donovan, dialed 911. Shanquella was pronounced dead at 5:57 p.m. In a statement to ABC News, the State Attorney General's Office of Baja California said investigators were collecting more evidence to achieve the accurate clarification of the events, without ruling out any hypothesis. So what is the truth? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, goodbye.